pause while we wait for like anyone who might still follow. How
Good
was that?
evening.
Hi, good evening. Is that Donna? I think she's the
Yes,
only female. Hi, Donna. Thanks for coming.
thank you.
Cool. All right. So, like I mentioned, I'm Juana. I'm the one who's been stalking you guys on social and sending you emails to attend this call. And Nika and I are from the Philippine team of the NAS company. So before we formally introduce ourselves, actually, we want to get to know all of you first. Of course, we've done our research from our side, but since I'm not sure if any one of you know each other, but it would be nice if you can all like briefly introduce yourselves. So this call would be a little bit more fun. And if possible, it would be nice to keep this meeting human kahit online. So if you're able to turn on your cameras, that would be really good. So we can all see your beautiful faces. But no pressure if that it's not possible. But see, Orly right here is showing his face. Okay na shy ata siya. Enough niya ba? But all right. So for some quick intros, we can just do 1 minute per person, very briefly. I will name the first person to introduce themselves. Just give us your name, the name of your community, and then maybe like 1 to 2 sentences about what your community is all about. And then after you share, you can call the next participant that you want to share after you. Is that clear? All right. Okay. Chris, is it possible for you to start since your camera is already on?
Oh, so I kind of set myself up, huh?
Yeah,
Chris or Christopher?
I
Is
think
it me?
Chris.
Chris, you.
Chris.
Hey guys, I'm a blockchain whisperer, aka B-Dubs, from the Cash Cows community, and we're basically an economics experiment designed around sharing the wealth with our holders.
Thank you so much, Chris. Who would you want to go next?
Let's go with Donna.
All right, let's have Donna.
Hey, good morning or good evening to everyone. So my name is Donna, and I'm one of the co-founder of Tipid Hacks Philippines, wherein we have almost 500,000 members. And this is the community where you're gonna have all the reason why it says tipid. It's like thrifty in English, so it's like you can save a lot of money without just by buying from all the sales that we're getting, and you can kind of like extend your you can stretch your money because of all those sales tab that we can see from other online applications. So that's all about our community.
Thanks, Donna. And you will volunteer who to go after you?
Oh, anyone? We can go and get Christopher.
Hi,
Sorry.
Sure thing, no worries. Hi everyone, I'm
Thanks,
Joel
Donna.
Christopher Cabugas. So I'm the one of the founders of Kaskasan Buddies. So what we do there is we share and give tricks how do people can maximize credit card perks and how can they maximize it and use it wisely. So yeah, that's us.
Thanks, Christopher. Now you've already
Um,
done Chris.
Nice to see you,
Christopher.
Chris.
Oh, you know each other. Cool.
No, I'm a member of their group, the Kaskasan Buddies. I got a lot of
nice.
tips from there. Yeah.
Same.
Okay, so let's go with Adrian.
Hello guys, good evening. I'm Adrian Gaña from Upwork Philippines community. So basically most of the members that we have in the community are freelancers in Upwork and on different marketing platforms. So right now we are around 350,000 members roughly. That's it guys.
Thanks, Adrian. Who will go next?
Can we go with Jay?
All right, let's have Jay.
All right. Hi, good evening. And I'm with the Philippine Business and Entrepreneurs Network. I have with me uh, Mr. Orly with us. So we're both from PBEN and we are a business community on Facebook.
Thank you, Jay. Okay, from our team though, very quick commercial. We have also Steph and Sam joining us. So you don't need to nominate them for now. Let me quickly check if we have anyone else on the list. Oh, I think that's actually everyone. So if you guys want to stay connected with each other, feel free to drop your email address or Instagram wherever you want to connect in the chat. Maybe normally people are more encouraged to do that towards the end when they've like met everyone and shared some experiences about community management. But I'm just letting you know that the chat is really open, and this is like a casual session that's you know, open to everyone. So at any point that you feel that you want to add anything, feel free to unmute and like share like what you have in mind. All right. Okay. So now that we've done some quick introductions, again, I'm thanking everyone for making time on your busy Tuesday night to join this call. The idea is basically to connect with everyone, and then introduce a bit about our team and what we hope to do with, high potential and fast growing communities in the Philippines. And then hopefully, if you're interested to learn more after this session, we can take things offline and, set up a one-on-one call if that makes sense. Or I can also send you more information to explore our platform. But before we get to that, I will give you like a brief introduction about our company. So as you know, we are NAS, and our mission is essentially to bring people together. NAS means people in Arabic, in case you don't know. And in our mission, we've decided that one of the best ways to do this is through technology. Because basically, we feel that community is much more belonging to something. You know these as community managers as well, right? I mean, it's not just being part of a group, it's also giving value in making their belongingness or membership matter. So that's the idea. We started, of course, as an education platform, as you may or may not know. We're founded by Nusar Yassin, also known as Nas Daily. And as we started as with Nas Academy, the idea before was to build academies for creators, but by creators. But then from that, we realized that students really love the education component of what we've been doing, but they really stayed and loved the community aspect even more. So that's how we shifted, and that earlier this year, we launched what we now call NAS.io. So all in all, the whole direction is really to still continue bringing amazing people together. I can share more about what NAS.io is later, towards the end of this call, in case you weren't able to check out the materials I shared over via email. And then if we have time, I can do a quick demo. But for the demonstration, we can also do that one-on-one, so we can emphasize on the features that you're particularly interested in. But so far, there's that. And before we proceed, we already did a quick round of introductions, but we're really here to learn from each one of you and get to know your communities better. And we feel one of the best ways to do that is to understand your challenges, or basically what are the like key pain points, or what is like the biggest thing that could hopefully make your community better, so that we know if there's something we can do about it or add value in towards that space. So if you don't mind, let's do another quick round of round robin. Can be the same, like same floor earlier. After you share a bit about your challenge, you can name the next person to do the sharing. And then Steph, Sam, and Nico, I know you all have your own communities, so if you want to do some sharing too, feel free. All right, we did Philippine Business and Entrepreneur Networks last earlier, so maybe we can start with them. Jay or Orly, are you able to share like your main challenge right now as a community manager?
Hi, hello, Hawana. This is Orly.
Hi.
Basically, the community before the online started, we are connected with different chambers, and we're active in Go Negosyo. We pursue different. We're a medium enterprise, and one of our advocacy is to promote SMEs. So during the pandemic, so we do exhibitions. So what we did is to serve our SME partners, promote them for free during the pandemic. So we created a streaming activity. And since we're connected with DTI and other chambers of business, um, our main challenge, basically our vision is to make these small enterprises grow by tapping them or connecting them to different government agencies or appropriate training institutions or funding institutions. So that's our challenge. And for me, and for us, the challenge is actually some of the posts sometimes they're not legit. So how do you? There's a lot of foreigners who wanted to be part, but it's not an open membership. We how do you call that? We audit the profile of each uh, who wants to participate in our group, and mostly nothing against no. We just want Filipinos to be part of that community. And if there are few foreign members, is that because they can supply the necessary partnership that this SMEs can provide. So, and running that, the pain point is there's a lot of illegitimate or scammers, when it comes to this space in that particular area. So we're happy with we used to be 30,000. So when we clean the the membership, it's now down to 20,000, but still
Oh,
growing.
wow.
And we
Mhm.
don't need many members. So because again, we are connected with different chambers and different investors. So we just want our country to grow by this engines of growth, which are the SMEs, we are also am part of. So it's a community for that, and yeah, that's the challenge, no, how to really avoid illegitimate or scammers to become part of the communities. And since there's a lot of membership every day, there's a lot of membership. Again, the time to audit each one is time consuming. So right now we have a pending of 3,000. So
Oh, wow.
we've not yet audited or allowed them to be part of the membership. So that's a challenge. It's okay with us. We don't want to grow for the sake of having that number, because we want the right segment to be part of the community.
All right. Thank you, Orly. I'm sure you're not the only person here who has a problem with scammers and illegitimate members trying to join their community. And in the essence of like keeping the energy inside the community aligned and, legitimate, of course. You really want to be watchful of who you admit in. Hopefully it's something we can solve together. But before we discuss that, we can go with someone else to share. Orly, do you have any nominees?
I think I'll go with Christopher. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. On our end, because actually this is the first time I handle a community and created a group. I actually see there's a missing community in Facebook that's not trying to create solution with regards to the credit card, and it's somehow not really a popular thing for Filipinos. We all know that there are a lot of people that's still unbanked. So with regards to that, one of the challenges with the community is something that the data or the personality or the person that is part of our group, most of them are being targeted by these credit card agents, and we cannot have somehow filter those people that is trying to reach out to our members, because we may not know if they're scammers, they're not legitimate, or someone they're just somehow stealing the personal information of our community members. So one thing is that that's one thing we're trying to resolved. So we don't recommend, or we don't discuss things related to credit card application, things like that, which is somewhat we will address early this 2023, because we need to somehow create a framework in which there will be a accredited agent, so that rather than other people trying to somehow message our members, we would just rather somehow offer it, rather than um, risk our community members. And then another thing is that, hmm, I think mm, I think for now that would be what my main priority is.
Right. So it still has something to do with security and like keeping members legitimate, right? So medyo similar sa issue with that Orly shared for Philippine Business and Entrepreneurs Network. Thank you, Christopher. Who do you think should go next?
I think Miss Donna. Mm.
Okay, let's have Miss Donna.
Hey, yes. Okay. Actually, on our group, it's kind of like the same, same issues that we're facing, with uh, the same one that was said by Chris earlier. However, it kind of like it hits kind of like differently, because for them it's more of like the credit card agents, right? But for us, it's more of like, since it's a more of like uh, tipid hacks, and you have to somehow save something for your money or something. So the challenges that we had is there are a lot of people who are trying to do buying and selling on the group itself. And with the big group that we have, that's kind of challenging, especially if we only have like 14 admins on the group. But um, we could have been a bigger group if uh, we don't block all those people who are doing buying and selling. So what we usually do, if we caught somebody who's doing buying and selling on the group itself, we block them, because we don't want to have someone who will be scammed and it's gonna be coming off from our group. We just wanted to ensure the security of the members for for the group itself. So that's one of the challenges that we have, like people who are kind of like posting as a legit member, and then afterwards they'll be kind of like scamming people, like for example, they had something like a product that's lower than the other other retail store or something, and then people will be coming in and telling them that they're gonna buy it, and then after telling them that that they're gonna buy it, and payments have been made, and that's the time that the that particular person will go offline, or probably their Facebook will be kind of deactivated. So those are the things that we are facing for now, especially if it's a big group, like those scammers, those people who try to scam other members. So
Or
yeah,
thanks, Donna. It's still aligned, right, with the first two
still the
challenges
same.
shared earlier,
Yeah, it's still
but
the
like in a
same.
different form. But for
Yes,
sure, it really has a lot to do with like keeping your members legit and making sure you don't get those people who are just in the group for their own like
exactly.
self-interest. Yes.
That's right.
Thanks, Donna.
Thank
Who
you.
should go next? I think we still have Chris and Adrian.
Yeah, I'd go with Adrian then.
Thank you for that. Hello, guys.
Thank you.
Actually, we are an open community where everyone is welcome to participate, like sharing ideas which are based on the experiences of senior freelancers. It's our group is it's a non-monetized group, and the main goal of the group is to help each other to get clients or to land on online job. So the main challenges or the main challenge that we are having is similar to those who presented a while ago. So most likely are scammers offering fake jobs. And I think one of the good solutions that we want to have is like an email subscription that we can rely on, that can be blasted to all members of the community, so that we can inform freelancers about tips, ideas, and on how to get legitimate jobs and genuine clients. Because we cannot rely all the time on Facebook posts, because sometimes it doesn't reach all of the members in the group. So I think like most of us, this scam thing needs to be fixed.
Thanks, Adrian. So I heard three things basically. You have the same concern around scammers, but in your community, it's more in the form of fake jobs. And
Yeah.
then there's a need for email subscriptions. I mean, an email like CRM tool that's reliable.
Yes,
I know how
for
on Facebook you
information.
don't know anyone's data, right? And that I'm happy to say is something we can solve. We really have to talk after this call. And
Alright, that's
then
cool.
and yeah, I also know we also agree how with Facebook they really have been limiting the reach of your posts
Indeed, yeah.
right now, even if you're the admin. And I think everyone here is actually mainly on Facebook groups. So I can imagine everyone has the same challenge. Thanks for pointing that out.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay. We started with Chris earlier and now we're closing with him. Chris, I'm sure you have similar challenges, but feel free to
No,
share
mine,
something different too.
yeah, mine is totally different. So basically,
Oh.
we're a community that's centered around this NFT collection. So we're a Web3 community. Right now, our Discord isn't open. It's basically just for members in general. And with that said, is with the current status of NFTs, the market, the bear market, what we're actually struggling with is awareness, right? Um, the system works though. Like for example, we were able to give about 600,000 pesos worth of rewards out. This is all on chain. It's not like we're doing anything hands on there. Um, so basically everything works. It's just really awareness overall. Yeah, that's it.
That's all right. Sorry. I have a follow-up question to that. When you say awareness, you mean like recruiting new members or like educating your members already within your community?
So to be a member, basically you have to get the NFT.
Mm-hmm.
So there's obviously a big learning curve there for people who aren't familiar with crypto and things like that. Yeah, so it's just membership has really. I think a lot of people are kind of like more passive now when it comes to most NFTs, like especially in Southeast Asia in general. So yeah, what we're mainly doing right now is we're just building new tech and stuff for the eventual bull run. So yeah, we basically like launched about like 12 contracts so far. Yeah, everything is working. We have basically also a game. It's not like a metaverse game, or neither is it play to earn. It's kind of just like a fun game. Basically, it's all about economics centric. So basically, we're doing a study in Web3 regarding three different kinds of values. Like there is speculative value, there's actual value, and then there's intrinsic value and things like that. So we have a lot going on with our NFT. And yeah, so but really we're having trouble. I don't want to say getting the word out, but I don't think it's. I think it's also in our side, like in terms of resources, but also it's there is no solid strategy when promoting NFTs or tokens in Web3. So yeah, we're mainly just guessing at this point in time about figuring out what works and what doesn't work.
All right. Thanks, Chris. Actually, all my colleagues right here with me are like to some extent Web3 space experts, especially Sam and Nico. Nico is very immersed. Nico's making faces, but he's like our go-to rep for Web3 events in the Philippines, and crypto guys like know him. He's our rep, right? You're always the chosen one, Nico. So
Yeah, I
probably
have
down
no
the road,
choice. So yeah.
if we can bring you on NAS.io too,
Yeah.
Chris, you will probably see a lot of Nico helping you with community design and all. That is if you want some of our help when it comes to community strategy. With that said, it goes the same for everyone. All our community managers actually on NAS.io, at least if you're in this call or if you're specifically reached out to from someone by someone from our team, our idea is actually really to hopefully if you're interested to go on our platform, help you really grow with us, because we didn't just like look for random communities online. We like really did our research about each of your communities and found that it's a very interesting thing that you do, and we need champions like you inside NAS.io. So hopefully since you joined this call, the interest from your side is also there, and we can like share more about it
Juana,
right
can I
now.
add?
Yes.
I have
Go ahead.
another two major pain points in the community. First, besides the scammer, uh, people that post adult content, it will, like, sometimes there's a period in a week that they will just come in droves, and you have to delete them or block them. So that's one pain point, because it's a business. You want the business atmosphere or the trading atmosphere, but then adult content starts being posted by initially a good member, then they started posting that type. Second, another major irritant for me, because of course I run a business. Um, Promotions that you know slap you with money post, major, like a multi-level marketing. There's a lot of money being uh, shown to you, because for me, as a marketer, that's not a it's a scam in a way, because if you have a lot of money, you don't show it off, because it's a security problem. So only those without money display that they have, they have a lot of money for. So that those are two content that we always try to guard it, basically block and delete the user from uh, the community. So yeah, I just want to, maybe others are experiencing that also, but for me, that's two major irritants in managing the community, which is supposed to, again, uplift the SMEs.
Got it. Right. Yes, I hear you. I'm sure, I mean, it's not your only problem. We also run our own communities here. That's why we work for this kind of company. So apart from filtering members, I agree that filtering content, especially if it's the platform you use is something that allows your members to also post. I mean, it keeps, the communication two-way, but to some extent, it really adds a lot of work to community admins to filter and make sure the posts are value adding to the rest of the members. So thank you, Orly, for adding that. All right, anyone else who wants to add something before we proceed? We're all good. All right. Okay, let me quickly share my screen again. And then now I can tell you a bit more about basically what we're trying to do with NAS.io. So we've already established that Filipinos love communities. That's the reason why all of you here have groups of thousands of members, some even like nearing 1,500,000 and so on. So it's, it's already a given, especially there's a lot of Filipinos on Facebook, and it's been a natural activity right now to be heavily involved in Facebook groups. I'm not sure if it's just me, but recently whenever I go on Facebook, most of the posts I've been seeing are from Facebook groups I'm part of already. So I'm sure I'm not the only one experiencing that. And there, with all the challenges you've shared, the filtering issue, keeping scammers away, it all boils down to like keeping the quality of your growth can be very challenging, especially if you have limited resources in terms of manpower, and then also limitations in terms of the tool you use. In our case, could be Facebook group probably. I know Chris Discord is like much more dynamic than Facebook, but I'm sure you've encountered like a couple of concerns with that space too. Um, so yeah. And another issue is, people tend to disengage when the group is too big. Or at least, who was that? I think it was Jay and Orly also sharing that at the end of the day, they're more concerned about quality than quantity. So they'd rather have the 20,000 members than like, getting a 30,000, but 10,000 of them are like scammy, illegitimate members. Because at the end of the day, you want to make sure that all your members are real people who are like invested in the best interests of the group, to make sure that the engagement inside the community is good. So you did share a handful of obstacles, mainly around security, and then what else? Filtering content. Okay, I took down notes. Data privacy, and then of course, the limitations. Donna shared about how it's really challenging when you're only like a few people managing the group, but you're dealing with hundreds of thousands of members. Um, um, Adrian shared how for his community format, probably like sending email updates about job posts could be like a better way to go, and so on. So there are very different pain points and obstacles towards building an effective community. And in this slide are just some of them. And with NAS.io, we tried to build a tool that hopefully addresses most of the obstacles a community admin would have, because our idea is basically to give you guys an all-in-one solution. So you all mentioned about how like making sure that the content you post on your community is always filtered and aligned with your community values. Most of the time, especially, we have a lot of communities here or who are around personal finance, even like saving, investments, and so on. With Chris, he has an NFT community, and there's also a need for some learning component to raise awareness. A lot of community managers we've been encountering are interested in really like, giving more learning experiences to their members. So with NAS.io, we have that feature where you can offer your own curriculum if that's something you're interested in, and also consolidate your live events and manage chat groups. If Chris, you're on Discord, our platform also integrates with Discord, among with a few other chat groups like Telegram, WhatsApp, and so on. I mentioned in the email that monetization is also something that we can help you with if that's what you're looking for. There was a few mentions of how they're not yet monetizing their Facebook group right now. I don't know if that's the plan in the long term, but if you're looking to other ways to monetize your currently free community, it's a conversation we would be happy to support you with as well. So those are just the few things we can do for you, hopefully offer some cure to your obstacles. And the good news is, if you want to go on NAS.io and offer your community for free, this call is not actually a sales call at all. Our idea is just to introduce the platform to you and then offer our solution also for free to all of you. So there's no strings attached right now. Hopefully, if you just want to continue exploring, we can do a follow-up call one-on-one this time to like dive deeper in your pain points and discuss potential solutions that we can support you with. Because apart from like the initial features I've mentioned, these are some of the key things that we can do for you. There was a lot of discussion earlier around filtering members. And I know with Facebook, that could be very challenging, especially if your only way to check whether they're a legit person is by checking their Facebook page or Facebook profile, which can be very tasking. So our platform has other features to help you filter your members out, and then like an approval database that supposedly makes your life easier for all, at least for all your admins. Again, you can also gate it either with a fee or like keep it free. So those are some of the possibilities. And we keep saying this, like we want to help you add value to your members. And giving you a resource library that's organized, and then helping you also curate and like consolidate your events in one place are some of the things we can do for you if that's what you're looking at too. And then third is, yeah, in general, we want to help you manage your community. So we do that by first helping you collect your membership information, of course, with their permission. But the good thing with our platform is, Adrian mentioned he wants to build his email subscription list, right? That's something we can definitely do because we can help you collect email addresses so that you can easily email members as a community manager. That's also a solution we have. We have something called Magic Reach. It's not yet on my slides, but Magic Reach is essentially a straightforward CRM tool that lets you email all your members in just 2 clicks, as we would say if you watch the video I shared via email. Aside from that, you can monitor engagement. If you connect your group chat to the platform, can be Discord, can be Telegram, and so on, it will give you an analytics report on who your most engaged members are, who are the inactive ones, and so on, so that you can strategize better and know who are like your top engaged members that you can hopefully collaborate with in terms of keeping your community more dynamic and fun. That like some ideas could go in there as we help you with community strat. I already mentioned the event dashboard earlier. Apart from featuring upcoming events, it can also show you past events, or at least show members. You can let them view the recording if that's something that you want to publicly list. And then for those who want to monetize, we help you monitor your revenue too, of course. So those are just some of the few things that we can do. But at the end of the day, it's really about helping you add value to your community members. So hopefully you can help us do that for you. Do you guys have any questions at this point? Okay, I'm just seeing the chat now. Let me read through quickly. Okay, no questions on the chat.
Is your platform sort of an LMS, learning management system? Is it akin to that?
We have LMS features. I see Sam nodding. Do you want to answer that question, Sam?
Yeah, so hi Orly.
Yes,
I saw
hi,
Mark
Sam.
was just here and now Orly's back. Yeah, it is a platform in itself. Yes, it is somewhat of an LMS. It's essentially a layer on top of the existing tools that you use across. For example, right now to manage your communities, we're using MailChimp, you're using WhatsApp, Telegram, and all these services together, right? To manage a community, you cannot just use one and go with it. So this is a layer on top of all of it, which helps you manage all these tools better. You can do it from one singular platform. For example, like you have a portal, and from inside that portal, you can do a bunch of stuff. You do not need to jump from one tool to the other or one website to the other. So it is sort of a very intuitive platform that will help you engage better, gives you tools, enables you to organize events, enables you to send notifications about those events, enables you to upload some material, recorded material, enables you to share links in a more structured manner, right? So I think a demo of the platform would be a very great thing for you to clearly understand. But as I can briefly put it, it is a tool that is used as a layer on top of the existing tools that we use to manage our communities. We need not move away from any tools that we use at the moment. This is just on top of it. So helps with managing all those things.
So question, since we are a mobile first community or a mobile first generation, so is it operable in the mobile phone?
Absolutely.
Use laptops?
Absolutely.
Oh,
So we generally
yeah.
talk about the platform portal because we essentially work on our desktops, but all of it is available on phone app as well. So anytime you create an event, you write an announcement or post an announcement, that notification goes as an in-app notification to the user or to the member who subscribed to the community. So it is a very handy way of going about it using the mobile app also. So yes, there is a mobile version of it as well.
Sorry, last question.
Yes, sir.
Since I during the pandemic, I'm an event organizer. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so I handled various conferences and exhibition. Even the pandemic, I had one of my biggest is ToyCon, if you know that. So I'm the
Mm-hmm.
event manager of ToyCon. Um, where is the hosting or the server of your application or of your product? Is it hosted in the US, in Hong Kong? Where is it hosted?
So I think it is hosted, we use AWS to host. So
Okay.
yeah, so it is hosted essentially in the US. And I think your question is more related to maybe when you create this event, what does it show for individual members who are in different time zones? Are you coming from that perspective when you ask this question?
Actually, I have several events we hosted online.
Mm-hmm.
So like there's a massive attendees and
Mm-hmm.
the server just hang, no? Sort of the Zoom,
Oh,
like Zoom can accommodate 1,000. So in our events, if we have event, sometimes it's 3,000. So we're forced to tap 3 Zoom accounts of 1,000 each
got it, got it.
because of the
So,
massive online surge of attendees. So now you have this new offering. It sounds good, but the features are good. But in the execution side, I wonder if there's a massive attendee going inside a particular event, can you hold up?
all right. So just to
Yeah.
clarify here, Orly, so the venue, when I say you can create an event, so you can create a landing page for an event, a notification system for an event, but the event is still hosted on Zoom. So
Okay.
we've not built our server that is hosting video calls. We're still using a third party service called Zoom, as we all know. But what we are enabling is that you can create an event, you can create a landing page for that event, you can create notifications for an event on desktop and on mobile app. But the event or an online event is still hosted wherever you want to. For example, so how it works is that you click on create an event, you put on event details, that where is it, when is it, and what is the location. Now, when it comes to the location, either you can use an online link, it can be a Google Meet link, it can be a Zoom meeting link, or if you want to put an offline location, you can put an address to it. So what we enable is for you to manage the event, but the call is still hosted on Zoom.
Okay.
I just want to
hosted in
clarify this.
other platforms for that matter.
Yes, you can use any online streaming service. It is just a function of you putting the link there, and that link, and when that landing page or that invitation is extended to all the community members, all they have to do is click on the link in their invitation and they'll be redirected to the call. So this is what we make it easier for you. We make it easier for you to host an event, invite people, and make sure that there are maximum attendees, because you can add it to your calendar as well. So when you add it to your calendar, you automatically get Google Calendar notifications as well as the platform notifications. So that is what the tool helps you with.
Thank you.
No worries.
All right. Thank you, Orly. Maybe I think it's best if I can quickly show the platform too, but before, like while I load that, do we have any other questions from the floor? Let's pretend it's an in-person event. There's a stage. Any questions? We're all good.
Not for me.
Thanks, Donna. All right. Okay. Let me just share my screen then, if that's the case. All right. Thank you so much, Sam, for answering all those questions from your side.
No worries.
Now
No,
you'll
I
be
actually,
careful about
I
nodding.
also could share my challenges, guys, just to keep the floor open. I run a community called NAS Web3 community, and as we all know, and as Chris pointed out, we are going through a tough time in the space, and
and of course, there are challenges, and I'd just like to share some. I mean, we all do go through challenges for sure. So in my community, what I face is, so first of all, since it is a gated community, it is fiat gated, right? It is paid. We are not token gated or anything. It is just a paid community that you subscribe to. So one of the challenges that we were facing initially, as soon as the market went cold, was our engagement. Our engagement dropped as we all could feel that the sentiment was very bad. People would not want to really engage and talk about Web3. Many people were looking to get out of it. So engagement was one thing that suffered majorly. And we did use a bunch of events. We did do a bunch of events to pick that up. We did do a bunch of activities on Discord to pick that up. So that's one. But we do not face challenges similar to many of the people in the room, because this is paid. So when people pay for it, they actually fill up information, and then we accept or reject them. And actually, we can even do it for free communities for any of your information. So we can application gate communities. So even a free community, you can put an application in between, and you can ask the user to fill that application, and you can accept or reject that user based on that application. So it helps you still gate your community and let in people who you feel fit the description of what's the sort of people you want in your community. For example, I just heard somebody saying that you wanted only Filipinos to attend, be a part of the community. So you can put a filter in the application form saying that which country do you come from, and you can mention that if you're not a Filipino, probably this community is not the best place for you. And that is how you can regulate the flow. And many of your security concerns would also be diluted. I would not say solved, but many of the security concerns would also be solved by that application form process that comes just right in between after an individual clicks on join this community, application form, accept or reject, then he or she is admitted into the community. So yeah, just some 2 cents. Sorry for taking the time.
No, thank you, Sam. Those are very important points that you shared. And now I'm ready to share my screen again. All right. So I will be showing you a community that we're also hosting, because I think this is the best one because it's from our team. So you see here, what we call NAS.io Legends is essentially the community we built for all the community managers we have on our platform. Wow, Steph, is this correct? We currently have 16,000 members. All right.
We do. We
So-
do. 16,000.
So this is the portal that you see when you're a community manager on NAS.io. Like, pretend it's your community. So you see your community name here. And this is the homepage. Basically, on this page, you get to post any announcement that you want all your members to read. You can add photos, like more information and so on. And then let me show how that looks like on the member view side as well. And then members see the announcements. Well, pretty much the same, but of course with the member view. And then you can have the announcements about your events too, and add buttons to, survey attendees and so on. So the homepage is pretty straightforward. It's for announcements. Then we mentioned the events page. We don't have our own video hosting yet, but essentially it helps you consolidate your upcoming events. Okay, there's nothing coming up for NAS Legends right now. But let's say when there's a new event, it lets all the members to easily add the event to their calendar, and then of course access the link and like all pertinent information for the event as it comes up. And then it also displays all previous events basically. So it's taking a while to load, but then I have so many other windows open, that's why. But on the past events page, you can also link the recording if that's something that you want your members to be able to access. So on this is the member portal. I can view past events and then like access the recording if I want. And then of course the library. For the Legends library, since we have community managers, what we have here are video content around our features and also even analysis reports and other tools and platforms that we feel would be useful. So you can think of it as basically the resource library that you want all your members to be able to access to help them with whatever challenge that you are proposing to solve for them. So be it personal finance, finding out ways to be thrifty, finding legitimate credit card agents and so on, even learning about crypto or how to get started in that space are some opportunities for learning, and then also resources. So apart from videos, you can upload PDFs, links, and other useful materials that you want your members to easily access. So the members see it as a library like this. And then the other interesting things would be, one members. So on the community portal, this is the same place where you can view all your members and then also approve or reject the membership. As Sam mentioned, you can application gate your members. So if you set up an application form, you will see their responses to the app form here, and then you can decide whether to reject or approve them. Apart from members, if you connect a group chat, it will read your analytics on your membership and engagement. And then also if you're monetizing, there's another, I believe, tab for that to give you your monetization metrics. Magic Reach is something probably Adrian would be interested in for emails. So Magic Reach allows you to easily email all your members in just a few clicks. So when you compose a message, you get to select which bucket you want to send an email to, be it members or the unsubscribed members if you want to try to bring them back to your community. Even the ones that initially started their app form but fell out could also be emailed as long as we already captured their email. Or even,
I wanna just a
send...
break.
Go ahead.
Just like MailChimp, can we be able to upload our current list in there? Like adding them manually?
Right. Oh, Steph, I see you unmuting.
So technically, you can upload your members into the member list. So we can upload that on the back end, and then they'll all be in there, but they will just all be members as well on the portal.
Oh, okay. Got it. Good.
Yes. So the answer to that is yes, as Steph mentioned. And then, I was saying you can also select specific members if you want to only email a certain number of your membership or even just one. So, since we have everyone's email, as long as they're in the community, it already gives you an easy email solution for communicating. So apart
just
from
a follow up.
Okay.
Sam Pant just put a chat in here that there's up to 70,000 emails per month for free. Is that correct?
Yes, Chris. Sorry, Adrian, that's absolutely correct. So, for people might be paying for MailChimp if you are using it right now, but we've enabled you to send up to 70K emails for free per month. So if and when you cross that, then is when we, charge something for it. Otherwise, it's completely free for you to use along with the tool. So essentially, you're not paying anything to anyone unless you are earning yourself.
Yeah, actually 7,000 is a lot.
Yeah, it's
But
huge.
if
I
you-
also use it a
but-
lot.
But if you want to, let's say, probably make it up to 300,000, what's the usual cost for it?
So that
Okay.
cost, I think, will have to be calculated separately because we've not reached a stage where somebody has asked us for more than 70,000 emails. But yeah, if and when we do, I'm sure it will be a minimal charge, not be a very hefty charge per se, because we are already taking the majority cost of it on our end. So yeah, but we've not reached that stage. If you would like me to explore that, I'd very well come to you with the numbers.
Yeah, thanks for answering that.
No worries.
Thanks, Sam. Thanks, Adrian. All right. Okay. So any more questions around Magic Reach? So Magic Reach is basically your trusty CRM tool that's all for free for up to 70K emails. So if you're on MailChimp, I can confidently say, as a marketer too, this is an easier and more straightforward solution that doesn't charge for every single thing you do.
Yeah, I think on Mailchimp there's a limit of 2,000 for
2000.
the free.
Yes.
So
Yes.
70K is
I think
a pretty large one.
2000 per day and then 5,000. Is
Uh,
it still 5,000 per week, around that? So you cannot send more
yeah,
than
yeah,
2,
something.
3
Mm.
emails if you're just on the free version. Exactly. All right. And then of course the public page lets you customize what you want people to publicly see. Let's say for NAS legends. This is their landing page. While we wait for that to load. Yeah, essentially it gives you an easy way to put up a landing page for your group. If you don't have your official website, this could be an easy alternative. And then of course, if when you start recruiting your members, this is the link that you use, this public URL right here. And then they will see a page. Okay, let me just close my other windows. Okay, my internet's not being very supportive right now. But yeah, so later when it loads, I'll go back to that. We have 2 minutes left. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Of course, you can refine your settings here. This membership access setting is something that you set up when you create your community. Let me drop the link in the chat if that's something you want to already explore on your own. Okay.
Well, if I could just jump in, I think one application would be very helpful for Ollie, the events part of it, Ollie. So here, as we were discussing, basing on that discussion, so
Mhm.
when you create these events, it is a very, very simple process, and every event has a landing page. For somebody who does a lot of events, coming from me also, I mean, the identity of the event can be easily shown when it comes to a landing page. One, if you can click on past and click on any event. No, can you go back to the same tab? Yeah, great.
Yeah, here.
Yeah, so this is the event, and every event will have a proper landing page with a banner, with all the information, and this will really help you brand your events better. And essentially, this is a home for your community, consolidating all the tools that you're using and all the necessary information at one place. So I just wanted to highlight this because I feel this could be important for you.
Yes.
Question, Sam. Some brands already partnered with us, so I check your site.
Mhm.
So what if like another brand partner with us? Will you charge us if we're using the platform in your free like in the free, there are two choices, right?
Correct.
In the template. Okay. So
So your
how do we
question is,
go
while
about it?
setting up the community, if it is set up for free, and let's say inside the free community, if you are doing a brand collab,
Yes.
let's say your brand and another brand is coming together, and
Yes.
let's say you're doing a free session. So would we charge you for that? The answer is no. So the simple answer is, when you earn from the community, let's say if it is gated, right? It is a gated community, it is a paid community. When you earn from that source, then we charge you money. Otherwise, if you are collaborating, working with brands, getting more people onto the platform, just doing free activities, we do not charge you anything for any of it.
Okay. But sometimes the brands, for example, not necessarily cash, but they give you their example.
Like
I'll not
sales.
mention the
Mhm.
brand.
That's okay. Giveaways
Give
are
us
completely
laptops and different
Yes.
machines.
yeah. So this is a marketing tool essentially, right? Only events are a marketing tool, and event giveaways are a crucial part of marketing tool. So it's a part of the game. We do not charge you for any of it.
All right. Thank you.
No worries.
So we're fully supportive of all your brand collabs. You can do that freely in our platform. a different story would be if, let's say, we have our own brand partners who are looking for specific communities and you fall within that category and we would refer you. That could be a different discussion. But that only happens if, it's a referral and you actually agree to do the brand collab through us. But that can be a discussion for another day. And we actually ran out of time. I'm so sorry we're over by 2 minutes. But yeah, basically this is how an event landing page looks like. And this is like a public landing page. So I'm a member, so I see go to member portal, but if I'm not yet a member, it will basically show up a join button. And that's it. The rest, I dropped the sign up link in the chat box if you want to explore on your own. I will also be sending it to you via email. And then if you're interested and you have other questions, perhaps you were a little bit shy to ask in this group call, we can set up a one-on-one call to discuss further, and I can walk you through in better detail and like highlight particular features that you want for your community. Also, I mean, you can start it on your own, but we can start your own community together if you need any support there. And that's it. Thank you so much, everyone, for your time tonight. Thanks, Sam and Nico, and of course, Steph, who were with us earlier, for joining us. And it's really amazing meeting everyone, and kahit yung iba pictures lang, putting a face for all of you. And there's that. Any other comments, questions? We're all good, and we're all hungry and excited to grab dinner. I know. All right. So I'll send an email to all of you. Thanks again, and enjoy the rest of your night.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Bye-bye.
Have a good evening.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.